Shelo Bora Kodesh Baruch Hu, God did not create davar levatala, anything for no reason. There's nothing in the world that is purposeless. If it can't be used here, then it can be used somewhere else. Tiferet Yisrael. And I just want to tell a small story. I wanted to tell this yesterday. My wife's mother, of blessed memory, she passed away, I guess, already 20 years ago. But she and her father, they came up from Iraq. I think they even got married here in Israel. They met here in Israel, but they came from Iraq. So she was this very, salty lady. She was she was intelligent in this, but she was also very, very practical. So she tells a story like this. She said she really believes that nothing has no value. There's no such thing as an item in the world that has no value. And she gave an example that once she was on a bus and she was going to visit one of her daughters who lived on a kibbutz, my wife's sister, Yamima. She lived on a kibbutz, and she saw a match laying on the ground. Now, I don't know if they have these type of matches anymore, but there used to be kitchen matches. Kitchen matches where you could just rub it across any surface. You could rub it across your pants and it would light. Right? It used to have a head that had two colors. On the tip of it was white, and that was more combustible. I don't know, maybe they stopped creating it. I don't think they'd have them anymore. Now they have on the side of the box, they have a rough paper like sandpaper, and then you scratch that and it opens up. Anyway, so she found this match, and she said nothing is created for no reason, and she took it and put it in her pocket. I remember the story, and she went to her daughter's house in the kibbutz, and her daughter wasn't there. In those days, telephones were very hard to come by, especially in Israel. Oh, I remember when I came to Israel, it was 1975. There were people that actually had to wait a year, even 2 years to get a telephone. That was Bezek. You had to sign up and you had to wait. In all of Kfar Chabad, there was maybe 4 telephones in the whole entire 1975. Maybe 4 telephones, 5 maybe. Kfar Chabad. Right? You wanted to get a phone call, you had to go to somebody's house and you had to call. That's really what it was. It's hard to believe. Anyway, so she didn't call her daughter. Maybe she didn't even have a phone. And she got over there. Her daughter was not there. She had left for somewhere. And the other people in the kibbutz also, they had gone somewhere. There was some sort of a march or a parade. Who knows what it was. Anyway, there was nobody there. And she went over there to prepare for the Shabbat. Her daughter wasn't really religious, but they kept, they had a nice meal on Shabbat. So in those days, there was no pilot light on the stove. Israel was very, very primitive. It's just incredible. And so, and this we're talking about, this must have been like in the, maybe even the 50s. So she had all the food and there was no fire. There was no neighbors around and there was no fire and she couldn't cook. She couldn't do anything, right? She was just stuck. She didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, she remembered this match that she had. And she lit the stove at the match, and then she cooked the whole entire Shabbat. I guess the whole family was coming with that one match that she had found. So it goes to show that sometimes you can see things that seem to be totally valueless, and they become very valuable. There's also people that go overboard on these, bag men and all these people who save all sorts of totally meaningless things. But that says the Mishnah, there is no such thing as totally meaningless, right? There's no such thing. We used to have a long time ago, there was a lady that we adopted her from the street, an old lady. And I had mercy on her. I took her into the house, took her into my house. She was not a little bit not normal or anything, but she kept quiet anyway. And eventually it became known to us that she had a house somewhere and she was just nuts, and her and her son. But in any case, so she was nuts, so what? So she would find things in the street that apparently had no value whatsoever. And to her, it was a tremendous value. It would make her so happy. She'd find a little bottle cap, or she'd find a little, piece of a mirror or something like that. And when we told her to leave, she had nothing in her room. There was nothing in her room to go. When we told her to leave, all of a sudden, what happened? that her room was full underneath her bed, in every corner, every place. You couldn't see it. There were bags and bags and bags of these little trinkets that she had found, little nothings that she had found in the street. And those were her riches. So, I mean, to find this little trinket or whatever is in the a broken, doll's hand or something like that, that made her happy. That made her happy. Is it really that much different from a person who makes $1 million and puts it in the bank and he never uses it, never gives it to anybody else? It made him happy also. So you can never tell. Everything has a purpose to it. It's sometimes a little nothing. It can make someone happy. That's a very amazing thing to be happy in this world. So it says there's nothing in this world that's created from nothing. For no reason. Listen to this. Omer David said in front of God, Ribono Shalom, Kol Masha Asita, everything that you made, Yafi Asita, you did it well. Kulam B'chachma Asita, you made everything with wisdom. God, David HaMelech said, you're amazing, God. Everything in the world has a purpose. Aval Shtut, what about insanity? Shabarata. Ma hana'a yeshba. What possible good can there be to insanity? Worst thing in the world. Adam mahalech b'shul, koreas b'gadav. He walks in the street, he tears his garments. Tinokos mesachim bo. Children make fun of him. Bo ratzimach, they run after him. Kulum zena lefanecha. Is that good? Here's a person who used to be the mayor of the city, used to be somebody rich. All of a sudden comes into his mind, he becomes crazy, he becomes this. He walks in the street, mumbling, jumbling, right? His clothes are all torn. He's saying stupid things. He rolls around on the ground. The little kids are making fun of him. They don't know any better. Poor guy, look at this, terrible. What possible good could there be of that? And he doesn't get any benefit from it. He doesn't feel that he's ashamed or embarrassed or something like that. God said, on insanity, you're complaining. Chayecha, by your life, you're going to need this insanity. And so it was. At the time when David was running away from Achish, Melech Gad, it says Achish was the one of the brothers of Goliath. Omrlo, Sarah of Achish, the ministers of Achish that wanted to kill David, Naharog Lami Shaharagat Achil. Let's kill the one who killed our brother, Goliath. But Oto Shat at that time, near David all of a sudden became afraid. Ubikish Rachamim. David HaMelech was wandering around. He had been evicted from the throne. And now he was wandering around. There was times there was no one to help him. Wandering around. So all of a sudden, comes into the area of this brother of Goliath that he killed. David HaMelech killed Goliath. And they said, let's get him. He killed our brother. David requested mercy from God. Ribono Shalom, ten li ma'ad me'oto adavar, give me a little bit of insanity. Notan lo. Ma katuv, what does it says? Vayomer Akish al avadav. Akish said to his brothers, Hine tire ish meshuga. Look at this insane person. Chaser meshuga. Yimani. I need crazy people. Why should I kill him? I'm going to kill David. This is even better than killing him. If I kill him, people will say he died like a brave man. Here I'm leaving him, he's like a dog. He's shaming himself in front of everybody. I'd rather if I kill him, everybody's going to be right praising him. Now everybody laughs at him. They throw stones at him. This is even better. I couldn't have dreamed of a better revenge on David than this. I have to take this meshuga. Garshu mein parav. He said, get away from me. But Oto Shah Samech David became happy. And he said, Hodu Lashem. He said, thank you, God, for this insanity. And that's what it says, La David b'shanato et tamo lifnei Avi Melech. Vayegarsheo v'yelach. It says, this is David when he changed his whole personality in front of Avi Melech. And he kicked him out. He evicted him. And he went away in peace. Avrachat Hashem b'kol 8. That's what King David said. I will praise God all the time. This is Psalm number 34. From here we know, Shalotehe maflig l'kol davar. From this we know you should not, evict, don't throw anything out. Some people say, Altia maflig l'kol davar, Al yeshum chayfetz v'shum davar v'shum kli tashmishu kal beinecha. You should not, how do you say, devaluate, don't insult anything, any vessel, anything should not, nothing should be light in your eyes. Lahanicho b'makom hefker. Don't put it in a place where everybody can get to it. And it'll get wrecked. Why? Maybe you don't want it now. Maybe you will need it later on, and it will be missing to you. You will need it. It was a lot of times those people, let's say, listen, if it's something that you really don't need, so you can give it away to other people. You can give it away to others. But there's a lot of times that people, maybe right now I don't need it, but maybe in the future I will. So it means don't just throw things away for no reason. I don't want to throw it away. That's what King Solomon said. Buzz ladavar yechavelo. If a person, how do you say, says something is not worth anything, if something is worthless, then he will regret it. Hamityaches ladavar babuz. In other words, if you treat things that as though they have no value whatsoever, wow, that's really terrible car, stupid clothes. Harihu chovel batzmo. In the end, you damage yourself. What's the point that he wants to say? Don't make judgments. That's the big point over here. You don't have to be a judge. This is not good. This is terrible. This is awful. This is stupid. This is bad. Don't say negative things. Don't make negative judgments about people, about things. Everything has its purpose. Everything has its time. But Bartanura, it explains, Altia Bazlakal Adam, to say, Ma Yochal Poloni L'Hazikli. He's saying sort of the opposite. He's saying, beware of others. Ma Yochal Poloni L'Hazikli. How can this person possibly damage me? In other words, I can say whatever I want to him. I can insult him. Don't be marchik l'kol davar sheyesh lechush alav. On the other hand, don't be too, how do you say, paranoid. Maflig. Like now is maybe the best example. I don't know if it's the best example. Could be. Just a few months ago, there was the global warming. Oh, you got to worry. You have to worry. The biggest mitzvah in the world is to worry and to be afraid and to be miserable. The world is heating up. What are we going to do? Right? Don't eat Coca-Cola. The gas comes out. It's just worst thing. And then they saw that was a big bluff. So they said, okay, now there's the corona. It's in every corner. It's everywhere. You can never get away from it. It's on the tables. It's in the air. It's in your mind. It's in your word. You can't talk. Don't look. Don't smile. Smiling is the worst thing. Smiling brings the corona. Everybody's worried all the time. Big mitzvah to be worried. It says, don't overdo anything. Al tomar rachoku sheyeh ve'en lid'og mimenu b'derech zu mitpareshes. Also, he says the other way around. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. This is exactly the opposite of what I just said. He said, don't worry. It says, don't. I saw it the other way also. Don't mean maflig. Don't overdo everything. But here he says maflig means don't say that something can never hurt me. Right? Al tomar rachoku sheyeh ve'en lid'og mimenu. This is too far away. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is not how I interpret it.
So be balanced, Rob. We got both views.
Be balanced. That's right. Be balanced. I did read it somewhere, but I don't remember where. Don't be maflig l'kol davar. In other words, don't overdo things. But on the other hand, don't underdo things as well. Let's do the next Mishnah. We'll just read it and then we'll go to I hope this works. I tried to live. Rabbi Levitus Ish Yavna said, Ma'od avishafo ruach. Very, very much be humble. Shetikvas enosh rima, because the end of man are worms. Worms. Everybody dies. I'll tell you a good story about this. Rabbi Yochanan ben Barucha said, Kol ha'machalo shem shamayim b'seiser. Anyone who defiles God's name privately, nifrei mimenu begiloi, he will be paid in public. Echad shogig v'echad mezi b'chil Hashem. And it doesn't make any difference if you do it on purpose or if you do it by accident. If it's a chilul Hashem, it is not good. Okay, we'll do this tomorrow. Now, I just want to ask everybody, tomorrow is a fast day, huh? Fast day. You think we'll be learning tomorrow? Will you be able to learn tomorrow? I will be able to learn.
In the morning, definitely. In the afternoon, it's rough.
Okay, so we'll learn in the morning, the two things in the morning. What do you say about the afternoon, 3 o'clock?
I'm good, Rova. I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, I would learn in the afternoon. If people want to learn, we can learn. Want to try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
We'll try it. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there'll also be a class. Good? Okay, now let us see. I've been doing a little bit of my homework here.